they give us our Biafra. Peter B winning here, they don't even give Peter B vote. Now they say that Tinubu. Now they don't put Tinubu there now. Now nobody, everybody now, you see me, I tell you, anybody will tell you, say, hellfire and the heaven. You know what they tell you? Hellfire is here, Nigeria is in hellfire as I'm talking to you now. You know what I tell you? As I'm talking to you now, I'm inside hellfire. You know what I tell you?
Nigeria is the worst place.
Yes, hellfire.
Igbos in Nigeria are boldly speaking out. We want Biafra. Nigeria is hellfire. Restore Biafra to save lives. This video captures a raw and emotional expression of frustration from Igbos living in Nigeria regarding the current social, economic, and political state of the country. They complain over the high cost of living, particularly the skyrocketing prices of fuel and food is highlighted as a major pain point. Many Igbos lament how survival has become increasingly difficult, with some unable to afford basic necessities. There is a recurring call for the division of Nigeria and the restoration of Biafra. Some of the Igbos that spoke believe the current system in Nigeria is irredeemable and that regional autonomy would allow for better governance and competition among regions. The government under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is criticized for worsening economic conditions and failing to meet the promises of renewed hope. The sentiment reflects deep distrust in leadership and systemic governance in Nigeria. Concerns about corrupt leaders and gatekeepers who prioritize their personal benefits over the collective good are discussed. These individuals are seen as a barrier to reform and justice. Some Igbos that spoke evoke the history of the Igbo people, describing them as resilient and covenant people. The memory of the Biafran War and the ongoing marginalization of the Igbos are cited as reason for the push for independence. The belief in divine intervention and comparison to biblical struggles are used to frame the plight of Nigerians, especially Igbos, as both a spiritual and physical battle. Some suggest revisiting the 1963 Constitution to allow for regional control of resources, while others call for outright secession. The sentiment is that Nigeria in its current form is unsustainable. The video reveals deep discontent and the longing for radical change, with secession being seen by some as the only viable solution. Let me tell you a story that has been bubbling under the surface for years, but now it is bursting out loud for everyone to hear. It is the story of the Igbo people in Nigeria and their heartfelt cry for a place they can truly call home, Biafra. You know, when you sit with people and really listen to feel the weight of their words in your bones, that is exactly what this story is about. The raw and honest voices of Nigerians, particularly the Igbos, who feel trapped in what they call a hellfire. They are shouting from the rooftop, "We want Biafra, restore Biafra to save lives." Let's start with the day-to-day struggles. Imagine waking up in a country where just affording basic necessities feels like climbing a mountain. Fuel prices, which used to be high but manageable, have shot through the roof. Some say it is over 1,000 naira per liter now. Food prices, forget it. Many families can't even afford a proper meal. People are starving, not because there isn't food, but because they simply can't pay for it. One man shared his pain, saying, "Do you know how many people die every day just from hunger?" People are suffering. Nigerians are really suffering. It is heartbreaking, isn't it? To see your neighbor, your friend, or even your own family members struggle for something as basic as food. Another person echoed the sentiment. Look at where we are now. Things are getting worse every day. How can anyone survive like this? We are fed up. And it is not just the poor who are suffering. Even those who thought they were middle class are feeling the pinch. Parents can't pay school fees for their children, and small business owners can barely keep their shops open. Now, here is where it is getting interesting. When people have endured so much hardship for so long, they start to look for solution. And for many Igbos, the solution is clear. Divide Nigeria, they are saying. This country isn't working. Divide Nigeria. They are saying this country isn't working. Let everyone go their separate way. Let there be peace. It is not just about the economic struggles, though it is deeper than that. For the Igbos, it is about identity, autonomy, and dignity. They feel like their voices have been silenced and their contributions overlooked. They remember the promises made after the Civil War, the promises of equality and unity, but they have seen none of it. Instead, they feel marginalized and abandoned. One man put it bluntly, even if you bring Jesus Christ to run Nigeria, it won't work under this system. The constitution itself is flawed. It is like building a house on a bad foundation. To understand why the Igbos are so passionate about Biafra, you need to go back in time to the Biafran War of 1967 to 1970. It was a brutal conflict, and the scars still lingers. Millions of Igbos died, and those who survived were left with nothing. Families were torn apart, and entire communities were destroyed. Even after the war ended, the wounds never truly healed. One elder reflected on this painful history. They tried to wipe us out during the war, but they couldn't. We are a covenant people. No matter what they do to us, they can't finish us. For many Igbos, the war wasn't just about territory, it was about survival. And now, decades later, they feel like they are fighting a new kind of war. This time, it is not with guns and bombs, but with poverty, corruption, and systemic oppression. The frustration with Nigeria's leadership runs deep. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who came into office promising a renewed hope, is now seen as part of the problem. Many believe his policies have only made things worse. One man said, Tinubu's administration has brought nothing but backwardness. Look at the fuel prices, the food prices. Is this what progress looks like? And it is not just about Tinubu. People are disillusioned with the entire political system. They see leaders who care more about their pockets than the people they are supposed to serve. Corruption is rampant, and accountability is also non-existent. One young woman shared her thoughts. These leaders don't care about us. They made promises during elections, but once they get into office, they forget us. They are only interested in enriching themselves. There is another layer to this story, the so-called gatekeepers. These are the local leaders and influencers who are supposed to represent their communities, but often end up serving the interests of the powerful elites. They are seen as enablers of the system, keeping the people in line while benefiting from the crumbs thrown their way. One man explained, the gatekeepers are the real problem. They empower their boys, buy their cars, and use them to silence anyone who tries to speak out. How can we fight for change when our own people are working against us? It is a vicious cycle. The gatekeepers protect the corrupt system, and the system in turn protect them, and the ordinary people are left to suffer. Amid all this despair, there is a glimmer of hope, a vision for a better future. For many Igbos, that future is Biafra. They dream of a nation where their voices are heard, their resources are managed locally, and their culture is celebrated. One man said passionately, "If they divide this country, there will be competition. Everyone will want to develop their own region. But as it is now, nothing is working. Let us go our separate ways. That is the best option." Others believe that revisiting Nigeria's 1963 constitution, which allowed for regional autonomy, could be a step in the right direction. But for the die-hard supporters of Biafra, anything short of independence feels like settling for less. Through it all, the Igbos hold on to their faith. Many believe that their struggles are part of a divine plan and that God will eventually deliver them. They draw parallels to biblical stories, seeing themselves as modern-day Israelites waiting for their promised land. One elder shared a poignant thought: "We are covenant people. No matter what they do to us, God will fight for us. They can oppress us, but they can't defeat us." This faith fuels resilience. Despite the hardships, the Igbos continue to innovate, build, and thrive wherever they go. They are known for their entrepreneurial spirit and their ability to adapt to any situation. As I wrap up this story, I can't help but think about the urgency in the voices of the people. They are not just asking for change, they are demanding it. Whether it is through the restoration of Biafra, regional autonomy, or a complete overhaul of the system, one thing is clear: they can't continue like this. One man summed it up perfectly: "We have reached our breaking point. Nigeria isn't working, and we can't keep pretending it is. It is time for a new beginning." So where do we go from here? That is the million-dollar question. But one thing is certain: the voices of the Igbos are getting louder, and they won't be silenced anymore. This story is far from over. It is a story of struggle, resilience, and hope. And as the Igbos continue to speak out, the world will have no choice but to listen. I will play the video for you guys to watch and see for yourself.
They give us our Biafra. Peter B winning here. They don't give Peter B vote. Now they say na Tinubu. Now they don't put Tinubu there now. Now nobody, everybody now. You see, I tell you, anybody will tell you say hellfire and heaven. You know what they tell you? Hellfire is here. Nigeria is in hellfire as I'm talking to you now. You know what I tell you? As I'm talking to you now, I'm inside hellfire. You know what I tell you?
Nigeria is the worst place.
Yes, hellfire. That is.
No, we share Nigeria. No, we share Nigeria. We go. Nigeria don't expire. No, expire. That's what they talk about. Nigeria as a zoo. Nigeria is a zoo. They have been holding Biafra down, but I thank God that our brother from America has won election. I know he's going to do something. The president of America, the president-elect, Mr. Trump, is going to do something over Biafra. Very soon and soon. Watch over, you will see that Biafra will come. Biafra will be cut out.
Yes, let them share this country, make competition there. Because if they don't share this country, no, nothing like competition. Because if they share this country now, everybody go like to do their own state or our own side well. Yes, then go use them well. But if they don't share them, not to bring the money and share, nothing they go on, nothing. We just be hungry.
So
forget
Biafra
that.
must to go.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All these things. Tinubu government, to be sincere, is not helping us. He's supposed to bring everything down so that poor masses will enjoy and receive president of Nigeria. You cannot even use 1,000 naira chop a plate of food now. We go pay for you. Nothing. That man is no longer trying at all. If you can imagine what most of the free station now that they are working under NPC,
which is not supposed to be so. You will let us divide this country so that everybody go im way. I'm a Biafra man, though. 101. I'm not a Nigerian man.
All right, thank you. May I ask you the last Biafra?
Biafra, December 2nd, Biafra don't come. December 2nd, Biafra don't come. I don't give you date. We then just us. We can create this to eat by ourselves. So, but by God's grace, if they give us that Biafra, we not die for hunger. Even if we suffer for a short time, in time to come, we will enjoy. So I beg Nigerian government, more help us. I beg.
December down the fast approach.
Yes. Yeah, even I didn't even think of December. I didn't even think of how I will pay my children's school fees. Finish for this time what they day. Talking of next time. So that December own. Although we believe on God, nothing God no go fit to do. He can change every situation to come around.
All right.
For good.
Thank you.
And God bless you.
Uncle?
Yes.
Uncle, how you doing now? Uncle Biafra.
I dey hungry.
So you know we'll talk this morning now?
I don't want talk. I never been food.
Oh yeah, now later now.
Later. Unless you give me food.
No food.
A new country is coming for Nigeria.
Tell us. Let us know. Let Nigeria know.
I mean, you never hear about Biafra before.
Talk about.
You never hear about Biafra. You never hear about Biafra country before. So everything goes smoothly. The way Nigeria then are you okay?
So if you are made the president of Nigeria, will you divide?
I can never think to be a Nigeria because Nigeria is a zoo country. A zoo. I can never participate myself as a zoo country. Do you know the meaning of Nigeria? Do you know the meaning of Nigeria? Meaning of Nigeria is a nigger country. Nigger country.
Yeah.
So I can never be part of Nigeria.
So living in Nigeria now, you are saying it's the worst place any human being can ever.
I can never be part of Nigeria. So I'm not a Nigeria. I'm not a Nigeria. I can never be part of.
This
is Igbo in Biafra land. Igbo in Biafra land.
In River State, Port Harcourt.
Don't cut him. It's not a Port Harcourt. Igbo. Are you hearing me? It's an Igbo in Biafra land.
If you are saying you are coming to Port Harcourt from Aoda, so you say I'm going to Port Harcourt.
This is Igbo. Are you not hearing me? This is Igbo. It's not Port Harcourt. What is meaning of Port Harcourt? This is Igbo in rivers in Biafra land. Igbo in Biafra land. Igbo in Biafra land.
Igbo is a Biafra land.
Yes.
But Ikwere man say they are not. I spoke with Ikwere. I asked a question. They said they are not Biafra.
Some people go tell you like that now because you get some people where outside people fuck their mama, they not their mama. So you know go talk say that those the men Mbamiri people, the men Mbamiri people being Igbo in Biafra land, they can never tell you say they no be part of Biafra.
Is Akwa Ibom and those states, Delta states, part of Biafra? What will you say of those states too? Are they Biafrans or they are? What will you call them?
You know now all those places are Biafra land. We are Biafrans.
How do we realize this country? When is it coming to fruition? When is it coming to pass?
Very soon now. Have you not seen what is happening? To show say Biafra is at hand. Are you not seeing what is happening? Are you not seeing it? Are you not buying fuel? Are you not buying food? Are you not seeing what is happening? So all those things, my director, my assistant, the can tell you say when those things happen, you go know say Biafra is at hand. You understand? So I always believe my as the director, Nnamdi Kanu, because he always make us to know that when you be able to suffer like this, you know that Biafra is at hand.
Just like the kingdom of God is at hand. These are the evidence of.
Thank you very much.
Coming to the.
Yes, right, yes. Thank you very much.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
If you say that Tinubu dey enter at least no 2 words like this. Understand me? So as it can't be like this, things now get as it be. So I say be. What I will take Tinubu at least. Make him make sure say this is full of a thing. Make full of a thing. Make him calm down. If he calm down, things go there more or less down.
So now where be the problem?
Now for them the main measure. Everybody talk about say why I say something cost. Them go say they are same bad as so one says. So transport make everything dey costly. So if the transport make am, if you make transport that fuel go down now, transport now no go dey cost, and everything everybody will bring out in goods down. Does that mean? But as everybody now they go buy now, I'm go say when everybody ask, I'm go say na fuel no dey, so the transport dey higher, and I'm not even be like that.
Sit down comfortably in your country and create ideas on how to remedy the common challenges of the country and provide your own solution to make sure there is peace and progress in this country.
On Tinubu administration is 1.5, almost 1.5 years now. Would you say Nigerians have made any progress since Tinubu become the president of Nigeria?
Well, for my own assessment, what I can tell you for sure is that Nigeria has been retrograding under Tinubu's administration. Take for instance, how much did the Buhari left fuel price? 200 naira. Now we are hearing about 1,400. Is it not backwardness? Is it not evil? Something that God gave us free. Government of Nigeria is not paying God any money to enjoy this crude oil. The one byproduct of this crude oil that is meant to benefit the Nigerian people, they are not using it against Nigerian people. To me, Tinubu have not come to remedy the challenges of this country. Rather, he have come to increase the poverty, the suffering, the pain of the masses. And I called Mr. Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, to take a rethink and start thinking on way forward for the progress and the benefit of Nigerians at large.
Renew hope that was promised.
Nomenclature is inconsequential in as much as the practical aspect of it is not being felt by the people. So I don't believe in that.
Thank you so much.
It's the government that makes the life of the people meaningful. So they are next to God. Without them, your life can never be meaningful.
We are the one that elect people. Are you saying they don't elect people? Or those people force them, impose themselves on us?
In Nigeria, I don't think that we have ever gotten it right from the inception of this country, since from 1967 till date. I don't think that we have gotten it because like the last local government election that just finished now, you see most of the people that won the election, majority of them are cultists. I have to say it, because why I say so is that they have their leaders, they lead them, and they are grouping another group of gangsters that will take over from them. If you see most of them that won that election, majority of them are not graduates. They are all these street boys. And tell me such people that cannot manage their life as a people, left alone, you want to manage crowd, you can't manage your immediate family. Now they want to leave a whole local government for you to manage the life of every other people. How can you manage such people? So we have never gotten it right. That's the problem.
Democracy is for the people. Nigerians are supposed to like these people. The population of Nigeria is more than the people that are ruling. How do they manage to hold Nigeria like they hold us in captive?
Okay, sir. The problem is that we have a few set of people that the government knows that they are the kingpins. Unlike Ateke, Asare Dokubo, Tompolus. These are the three peoples that are in this Niger Delta and South and Southeast. And they are the gatekeepers for these people. They know whenever they empower them, they will empower their boys. And the majority of us, there's nothing that we can do about it. Because they are the people that would have rose up and fight for we, the masses. But since they have empowered them and there are few of their boys, buy cars for them, Lexus and other have you. So based on that, there's nothing we can do. And even though we go out on protest, it is those boys that they have paid that will come out as we are protesting. They will shoot and they will kill us. Nobody will like to come out. So that's the problem that we are having in the country as it stands now.
So the federal government is responsible for all the sponsoring people at the detriment of Nigerians. They are not in touch with the realities of Nigerians.
They are the problem of our countries, and they are the people that are sponsoring those gatekeepers so that they will secure for them. And if any of them you want to wake up to challenge, maybe I take Asare or Tompolo, they will send their little boys on the ground that they are buying Lexus and tell you that they should go and smoke this person. And the next thing that they will come to you, they will tell you, hey, oh boy, you won't spoil my shoppings. You know, so that they are where they from, they get my shoppings. But you will not understand that this thing you are doing at the detriment of your own brother. And that's what is going on.
People as Adam Nigeria. So there's no way we can hold our government accountable.
The only time that we can hold our government accountable is that these our brothers that are the gatekeepers should understand that the way that we are living in this society is not the way our life ought to be, and the life of our people and that of their brothers ought to improve more than this.
when they come to realization, that's when we can grow as a people. But until then, we can never grow because they have given them the sugar. Few of them are enjoying the sugar, and they are the gatekeepers. That's the problem that we are having in the country.
Thank you so much for your time. One last message you have for President Tinubu?
The message that I have for President Tinubu is this, that President Tinubu, if you cannot restructure the country, you should go back to 1963 constitution, and I believe that was the best constitution, and as then Nigeria was growing at their own pace, which is the regional government. Let everybody control their resources, what we have, and take little to the center. That's my message that I have for him.
Thank you so much.
No, nobody will pursue each other. Biafra is where they are also land, Yoruba land, they will say nobody will pursue each other. But at least then, for me, they will carry this and come Nigeria.
So no, this one not be one Nigeria, we are not one in Nigeria.
Which one be Nigeria? One Nigeria again. You, as you there, you see the top one Nigeria. No, one Nigeria no dey again. October 1st, you don't see wetin happen for October 1st.
Wetin dey happen wey you fit say Nigeria dey worse right now?
Everything. To see food, chop, wahala. Fuel now for 2 months now. I don't pack my motor.
Hold the mic for me.
Wetin I dey hold am for you now. I no wan talk. I say I no wan talk.
You don dey talk.
For 2 months now, I never start my motor where I pack am. Fuel. I go carry 1,300 naira. I go buy a liter of fuel. How much food wey my children go eat for house? And look at my age. Check now. How many years remain for me now to follow my ancestors?
120.
Now you dey talk that way, be God. So wetin I mean be say Nigeria don jaga. Nigeria don scatter. Abeg, if you go fit see them where people wey dey concerned, tell them say make they share Nigeria, make
we do something in order to undo us. But the only person that is sustaining us is God. You understand? Nigeria should know one thing. The Igbos are covenant people. We migrate from Israelites. No matter whatever you do to us, you can't finish us and they can't defeat us. You understand? So, if they don't remember anything during the war, then try to wipe all of us away, but they couldn't. And after the war, no matter amount you have in the bank, they give you only 20 pounds. Look at that 20 pounds. Go to Lagos now. The whole skyscraper there, whatever is a fine something in Lagos, Igbo is there. You go to Abuja, the same thing. You come to Port Harcourt, the same thing. You go outside the country, the same thing. So when you are dealing with a covenant person, you must be careful, because one day God will take revenge. Okay? What they are doing is to oppress Igbos, but they cannot oppress Igbos. In fact, that is the best, because our president have no capacity to rule this country, which everybody here know, himself know. Because he told us that, I heard directly from him from television, that he bought this election with a 3 trillion. With a 3 trillion, which he knew that he did not win the election. It was underboard. I say it is his turn, because they planned something before. It's after this thing, now you go rule. That is why he was boldly saying, it is my turn. That is not election. Since they failed to give to P2B, everybody must suffer it. Now, outside is crying, Yoruba is crying, the Igbos are crying, but our crying have a limit. You understand? So, our president has no shame. His governors have no shame. The ministers have no shame. Therefore, all of them have disappointed this entire country. They have no capacity, ability in everything to rule this nation. For that reason, they should drop.
They should resign.
They should resign.
Is this River State Biafra?
ebe na ala Biafra na ala Biafra land na.
This big Port Harcourt is Biafra land.
In a while, now for Mama Tiwayaram, a journalist, and I don't suppose that way of this thing now.
With Ikwere people, they say this place is South Nigeria.
And South we are in there now. Now, some people get them.
They say it's not Ikwere is not an Igbo, so they belong to South.
No, that person where I talk that Mama Phoebe Igbo, as and when Mama and mother Phoebe Igbo, and your grandmother Phoebe Igbo. Yeah, na Igbo land.
But just because, okay, here is Port Harcourt is Igbo land.
This side na Igbo land.
But can you argue this thing with an Ikwere, say in this place?
I go prove am now. Yeah, no be Imo State, no be Imo State to be this. Yeah, na Yoruba land.
This place na Igbocha.
Igbocha, no be River State.
They said they migrated from Benin.
No, Benin dey far. See Imo State here now. See Abia State here now. What do they want to me now? You will be journalist. You sabi the history. You're not supposed to read the history of Nigeria now before you carry this in the waka. Now, wow.
Okay, Nigeria they pepper me. If they pepper me, then I say I get small knife. They took my body for the Nigeria. Hungry everywhere. Everywhere they dry. Because of I don't know. I don't go to say our president. I cause already before the president enters, things already spoil. I don't go judge him. As I talked before, so I don't judge my fellow man be man, be woman. I don't judge my fellow man be. So Tinubu now, he come to carry own go. So another person in town to the come. Oban go carry own go.
My friend was talking about Biafra.
Biafra. December 2nd, Biafra don't come. December 2nd, Biafra don't come. Now me, I don't give you date.
So yeah, Biafra.
Yeah.
What's about Nabikalu incarceration?
Okay.
And
that it will take me much time, but I think this is my time. Don't do
go ahead. Just 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes is not enough for me to speak about my leader. Okay. Nigerian government, I keep on saying it. Let them swear shame and beg the young man, the security president of Nigeria, should kneel down. All of them should kneel down on ground. Commot their cap. Commot their cap. Commot every proud on their body. We will see repentance in them. None can forgive them. And free the young man and say, okay, go and see no more. Fail to do that. All this way they happen. Let me give you something that will shock you. Ever since they hold it down, they can. Things in Nigeria is from this year to here. From here to here. The same time when they hold it down, they can we hear say monkey swallow money and ask rock. You can't ask yourself, what be all this magician? It wasn't at the time of Pharaoh and Moses. Understand me now? Moses and Pharaoh, I don't understand. Where they knock rod for ground, snake come out. But they knock for this one, water come out, they drink. Now what is happening for Nigeria today? They hold on the canoe. The more they hold on, the more they are suffering more. No player. Even if they come buy all the ammunitions, come. Like go see them, they kill themselves. Understand? Now, holding on the canoe will not reduce any issue. Rather, it will attract more calamity. Calamity in Nigeria. Yes, not the best. Yes, thank you.
This is the end of our news update. Please click the icon on the top right corner of your screen to watch my next video. You will enjoy it. I will see you again in my next update. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now.